You view trauma as teleological, not just causal. This is a fancy way of saying you stop looking at cause and start looking at purpose. Freud looked at trauma and asked, what caused this? What broke you in the past? That is valid. But Jung looked at the soul and asked, what is this trying to make you become? Where is this leading you? Before the line, your story is a tragedy. I was hurt, and now I am broken. After the line, your story is a hero's journey. I was hurt, and it forced me to grow wings. You begin to see your suffering as a necessary crucible. Just as fire is needed to forge steel, your pain was needed to forge your consciousness. You realize that without that heartbreak, you never would have found your independence. Without that failure, you never would have found your true calling. This doesn't mean you condone the abuse or the tragedy. It doesn't mean you are glad it happened. It means you have decided not to waste it. You squeeze the wisdom out of the suffering. The sign is that you can talk about your past without your voice shaking. You can look at the scars and see them as tattoos of victory, not marks of victimhood. You view your life not as a series of random accidents, but as a curriculum designed specifically for the evolution of your soul. The seventh sign, the discovery of the self, the ultimate shift. And now, we arrive at the final, most powerful sign. This is the sign that changes everything. This is the realization that makes the pain hurt differently forever. The seventh sign is that you realize you are the observer of the pain, not the pain itself. For most of your life, when sadness came, you became sadness. You said, I am sad. When anger came, you became anger. You were swept away by the river of emotion, drowning in every current. But when you crossed the inner line, through meditation, through deep suffering, through the long nights of introspection, you discover a part of you that stands on the bank of the river. Jung called this the self, with a capital S. It is the center of the psyche. It is the part of you that watches the storm, but is not the storm. When you cross this line, a gap opens up between the event and your reaction. Someone insults you. You feel the sting, yes. But instantly, there is a second layer of consciousness that watches you feeling the sting. It says, I notice that I am feeling hurt right now. That tiny distance, that is freedom, that is liberation. Because if you can watch the pain, you are not the pain. You are the container. You are the scar.